Hello, welcome to a new series that I'm coming up with on NHL 21. It's going to be called What If? The first episode today will be What If Buffalo didn't lose the draft lottery in 2015? So basically, we're gonna trade McDavid from the Oilers to the Sabres for Jack Eichel, and we're gonna take control of the Sabres. We're going to be the general manager of the Buffalo Sabres and see if things could turn out differently for that franchise. Um, they were the worst team that year. They deserve to pick first. I don't agree with the draft lottery, the system that it like. I like how they put in a new thing now. You can't win multiple lotteries now. So, anyways, yeah. So let me share my screen here. Should be. Here we go. Okay, so the active roster um, should be the most updated one with the. Okay, so we have an even updated one, and I'd like to merge this roster with. You know what? We're not gonna bother. We'll just go with the NHL 21 rosters, and then we're gonna move Connor McDavid to Buffalo for Jack Eichel. It's not like we're gonna just put McDavid on there. Um, finish. Okay, so Buffalo gets four overall better franchise center, and apologize for the lag. Hopefully we can do a new one here. Sometimes I have too many save files. Okay, so we're good here. Um, Expansion draft, custom rosters. Excuse me. Why won't it let me select team? That's kind of weird. Okay, so we're just gonna skip. Having some lag with the music for some reason. We're just gonna call them Buffalo, and we're gonna pick the Buffalo Sabres here. Make sure top players: McDavid, Ristolainen, and Dahlin. Um, Leave the divisions the way they are. We will do an owner mode episode at some point. And there we go. So it's going to be strictly a simulation. I'm thinking we'll do like 5 seasons, and we'll see if we can build the Buffalo Sabres into a winner with Connor McDavid as our focal point. See how that would have went down. So I don't need to mess with the other things. So we have McDavid. I believe he has 6 years left at 12 something million. So and Jack Eichel has left the team at a 10 million cap hit. So I don't think our salary cap will be affected too much with this move. Um, Before I started doing YouTube shows, I did have a Buffalo Sabres franchise mode. Um, I made a trade with the Flames with Jack Eichel, and it ended up working for Buffalo. and not for Calgary at all in the simulation. So let's take a look at the lines. They're classified as a seller. So we got um, Connor McDavid, Drake Kajula, and Olofsson as the top line. I think I'm gonna move Sam Reinhart to the top line and play wing, and then I'll have Dylan Cousins and Jeff Skinner. And I'm trying to find some chemistry here. Drake Kajula is our second ringer. Jeff Skinner's contract is atrocious. As in real life, they signed him to or they signed him after he had 40 goals his first year there. So let's see if maybe we can get him back to where he needs to be, making that kind of money. If he will definitely be somebody we try to move. We may have to retain salary or take a bad contract back. Um, Goalies, Olmark is pretty good. Hutton, okay backup. I believe our minor league goalie is Ukko-Pekka Lekkinen. I like to trade for this guy. 21, elite medium potential. So we're gonna have him start in the minors. I'm gonna do too much into this. This is still uh, a Buffalo Sabres what if franchise mode. So basically, it's not like we're controlling Connor McDavid and that's it. We are controlling the Buffalo Sabres. We are the general manager. We'll make moves to make this team as good as possible. I'm not saying we're going to trade McDavid or anything like that. There is probably some decent moves we could get for McDavid, probably the number one player. All right, so we'll start to sim. We're going to do 2 months at a time here. We win our first game, we lose our second, we lose our third. Now we're going to try to build around Connor McDavid in this video. So, but we are going to treat this like a regular franchise. If you've watched the other franchise videos, it's been, just trade guys for the sake of trading them. If you're a good team, you try to win. If you're a bad team, you sell off your assets to build. So 7-4-1 in the first month, not too bad. Probably in the middle of the road team here. Um, Buffalo, San Jose offers Patrick Marleau and a third for a third and a fifth. We accept this trade and put Marleau in the top six. So we're going to stop the simulation. Basically swapping third rounders and we give them a fifth and we get Patrick Marleau. Not a bad deal. I'm thinking Drake Kajula go down here and then hopefully Marleau can be top six for us. He doesn't, yeah. So we don't have the chemistry, but that's okay. Not a bad, not a bad move for us here. Since we're in this screen, we could check out the contracts. Um, yeah, nothing got changed. 12.5 for McDavid is, I'm pretty sure that's his current contract. Jake McCabe, Rasmus Dahlin needs a new contract. Yoki Haru, another RFA. A few RFAs. Casey Middlestat. I don't even think he's in our lineup right now. So I should change that. Um, what does Dahlin want? 7.7 million over 4 years. That'd be. Can we get him a bridge deal? 6.5 for 4 years. We'll try that. Jake McCabe. Take a look at our defense here. We have 3D on the move. Jake McCabe could be a guy that we move at the deadline if we're not a playoff team. We have a few guys we can bring up here. Um, Guys that sign 1 year deals, you can extend them until January. Jeff Skinner is a $9 million player. I'm just curious. His value is so bad. Like the only team we could like trade him to is probably Ottawa. I really don't like this contract. Um, so let's see if we can move this now. Ryan Dzingel maybe. 1 year left in his seventh, and maybe we can offer our second round pick. We have two of them, maybe a third. It's an even trade, but they're not gonna want to take the money. I don't want to retain any money. Um, just to get this off the books so we can have more money to play with next off season. See, that doesn't even get it done. I will try a future second rounder as well. This is good value for Ottawa. They can bring him in, and then they would still be 10 million under the cap, and they accept that one. So we traded a couple seconds, a couple thirds. We bring in a seventh and Ryan Dzingel. Ryan Dzingel can play in our top six. I didn't want to wait for. I don't see um, Jeff Skinner becoming a $9 million player ever. So we'll put Ryan Dzingel, Dylan Cousins, and Patrick Marleau as our. Okay, so we'll put Patrick Marleau here on our third 3-on-3 line. Actually, we'll do Ryan Dzingel. McDavid, rest of the line. Actually, I'm thinking I will move Reinhardt here and Darlene. That'll be good first line. We want to put Dylan Cousins here and Ryan Dzingel and Olofsson. Did that wrong. And hopefully it doesn't get to the second. Just play the first two overtime lines. Okay, so we are just above the cap now. We have space. Next year we have 44 million in cap space. Um, let's see if Darlene accepts our bridge deal. Ryan Dzingel will be moved because he doesn't want an extension. We'll see. He doesn't really much of a raise. We'll see how he does. Maybe spring him back. Um, Yuki Haru, RFA. Um, we might qualify him. I don't know if I want to pay him that kind of money. I'm pretty stingy when it comes to contracts. Unless you are a superstar franchise player, I will try to lowball you every single time. get the best deal for our team. Okay, so we'll sim to January 1st now. Hopefully, Darlene, he does accept our deal, which is nice. We lowballed him. We added an extra year. So he comes in at 6.5 for 4 years. He could potentially progress into like a 92 or 93 defenseman. Um, Fortunately, it's probably going to take 4 years for him to get there, and then he'll want a big contract. Um, I don't get why, when we're listed as a seller, we're going to try to add players. As we turn trade notifications off, we'll leave them on because there might be some interesting deals that come our way. We're a 500 team, 10-10-2, fifth place in the division. And we did have to get give some second rounders away so we could. Um, so check out the draft class. This is the first year, so we do have some interesting. I don't think we have a scout in the U.S., which Brent Clark is pretty good. Owen Power will be first overall this year. I have him in my other draft class, but I didn't. And if you watched my Seattle Kraken franchise, I drafted Dylan Gunther. He's an 85 overall after about 4 seasons, so takes him a little bit to get going. Definitely think defense and a center is priority for Sabres here. I think Dylan Cousins is probably better as a wing, so we'll see where we're at here. We've won a few games in a row. Michael Delzato and a seventh round pick for Toronto's fourth and Buffalo's fourth. We add a few assets here and move down a little bit in the fourth round. So I'm gonna accept this trade. That I didn't see a downside to that. Michael Delzato, maybe we can move at the deadline or extend him. We've won a fair bit in a row here. Hey, we lost there at the end. Now it's January 1st. I just want to go and check out that winning streak. So we won on December 3rd. So we won 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we lost here. So we won four, lost one, and then we won another six in a row, and we lost two. So 3 losses and 10 wins in the month of. Okay, so it's January 1st. We can extend some guys now if we want. I'm not going to yet because let's see where we are near the trade deadline. So we'll sim to February 22nd. I do that because sometimes it takes a few days for the guys to answer us when we do extensions. And if they're not going to resign, I'll probably try to trade them. So we can already see the McDavid effect on the Sabres. I'm not going to take that. Fourth and a seventh for Braden Coburn. We do lose to the Oilers, so Jack Eichel gets the better of us in that one. Let's see if we have some more clarity on this draft class. Turbashev, lefty. He's 6'1", 195. Probably a puck moving defenseman. Um, his shot says elite speed, but skating is D, so that's kind of weird. Brian Leach comparable. 2 year ETA. He would be a good pickup. I like Brant Clark as well. Duke Layton, not sure. He could be a franchise winger. We have no idea. We may have to interview him. I usually don't do the interviews, but if we get a first overall pick, but I don't see that happening with our record. But if we do have a first overall pick and we don't know his potential, we will interview him to verify. Yeah, we are. If you look in the division, we're like 4 points back to second, but we are in fifth right now. So these last few games are gonna really dictate what we do as we are moving down with these losses. Yeah, we are sixth place in the division now. We do beat the Devils, and we lose in overtime to Panthers. Lost to Tampa here, so wait for our team to come up. I believe we're sixth now. Okay. Connor McDavid, 24 goals, 40 assists, 64 points. Having a good year. Let's check out his line mates. Sam Reinhart playing alongside McDavid. It's really boosted him. I'm hoping that we can increase his overall. Speed's not great. Shots, high 80s. Puck steals is very good. Faceoffs, no good. So he's going to be a winger for us. Victor Olofsson having a good year as well. So we got 3 goal scorers right now. Dylan Cousins, I believe he's a rookie in this game. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is his rookie year, so see how he can do. Patrick Marleau, our trade, not too bad. 7 goals, 25 points. Like to be that higher for a second line player. Um, so we'll take a look and see who wants extensions, who we'd like to keep. Um, got Darlene signed up. Sam Reinhardt's also an RFA. So we will. So he want. So that's too much money to extend right now for where he's at. So we will qualify him and then see where that takes us. Defense. We have 7 NHL D-men, so we could trade McCabe, which I think we're going to do. Hopefully we can bring in a second round pick. Everybody wants him. So let's take a look and see what we can get here. The Devils' second is a little too high, and then they only have a fourth. So we'll bring in a 2022 second round pick. And to make it work, we will just pick up one of their scrubs here. They want to trade this guy, so see if this works. We might have to add in a late pick here. So we have our first, a second, a fourth, and a sixth. So let's do a six, and then let's. They don't even have a third either. Okay, so we'll do second. This should go through, and it does. So we sell off a UFA. We get a seventh D man and a second round pick next year. This helps because we actually traded our second, so we could move Jeff Skinner. So we just replenish in that. Now we got to make sure when we're making trades that we don't go under the cap. Ryan Dzingel is going to be traded as well. Let's see what kind of value he has. He has next to no value. So I'm wondering if we can offer him to Calgary, and we're gonna take Milan Lucic back just so we can make some more moves. Sometimes Calgary really wants to deal Lucic to get him off the books, and sometimes you can get a higher draft pick. That didn't work, so let's try a six and maybe a future third, possibly. There we go. Okay, so then we bring in Lucic, which I don't mind him. He doesn't make, like, everyone always complains about his contract. It's not that bad. He's a solid third line player for us. When I say us, I mean Calgary Flames. That's who I cheer for. All right, so Haru wants a bridge deal, maybe a 5-year deal for 3.5. I feel like I could probably get him cheaper than that, but that's what we'll offer him. Sam Reinhart, we're gonna go to the off season. Marlowe and Kajula, um, both don't want extensions. They make nothing. Um, Drake Kajula, I'd like to keep. We'd have to overpay for him, so maybe we can sign him in off season. Kyle Poso is also a guy I'd like to move. Um, this would be at the draft though, so I don't have to worry about. Casey Mills has a 77. Let's see if we can get him on a 3-year deal for 1.25. And now we're gonna fix these lines up. Okay, so they've changed some things. Kajula, Cousins, and I'm thinking that I could put Casey Middlestat on the top line here. Gives him a +1. His face-offs are no good. He's got speed. Shots okay. So just curious. We'll give Casey Middlestat some top line, and then we'll move Reinhardt back to center. He can play with Cousins and Marlowe. Um, bias reader there, and then we're gonna put in Lucic here. And we got plus very good chemistry everywhere. There we go. We'll sim to the trade deadline now. We'll go into the trade deadline. I don't expect to make any moves. We're not gonna. We are a seller. We're not pushing for a playoff spot. Okay, Casey Middleset rejects our offer. We did lowball him pretty hard. Henry Yokiharu does accept ours. So we have two elite defensemen signed. Would be a conservative seller. See who's available here. Marc-Andre Fleury, Brent Burns, Logan Couture. Sharks are in rebuild mode. Vander Kane's here too. And Cam Fowler, Josh Manson, Adam Pellick. I don't see any Buffalo guys on this list. It's the top 10 players. Just switch to available. We got a trade alert. Calgary Flames trade first round Anton Zary. Islanders change for Nick Leddy, Paul Mary, and Cizikas. Wow, it's quite the deal. Calgary must be having an okay year. RC Kemper at 4.5. Not too bad. Vlasic. Linus Hallmark is on our list here. So what do we want for him? Actually, let's see who wants him. There. Second round pick, Ottawa, Detroit, and Edmonton. And I can change to my team here. Oh, I can't. Only look at the other teams. All right. Believe she's a UFA after this, anyways. 5.6 million retained. Jesus. The sixth round pick by Buffalo. Okay, so I believe it was Edmonton, Detroit. Says he was interested in Detroit, but I guess not. Why is Edmonton's salary cap so much higher? They're like way over it. Why is their cap so high? They signed somebody? Wow, they're in cap hell. And James Neal. Oh, they traded for Elvis Merzlikins. I don't know how they're even able to do this. Okay, anyways. Ottawa was the other team, so let's see if we can get their cap is high too. Yeah, I don't know if we can move him. It's not working with the cap, so maybe I can re-sign him. We have lots of money, so we'll take a look here. Zach Whitecloud on waivers. You only make 700,000, so sure, I will claim you. Okay, so we'll sim to April 7th, and we'll see if we can make the playoffs. Be kind of tight here. We're going a little bit of a run. We might be able to. We're losing in overtime when we beat the Leafs. Yeah, it looks like 76 is the range right now for a playoff spot. So kind of we're at a bad situation where we're going to be right on the edge. Probably miss. So I'd like to lose a couple more games here so we can move down in the standings. But here comes the winning streak again. Well, we're winning some games. Can we make it in the playoffs? 97 is the spot. I don't think we're going to make it there. Oh, wow, we made it. We are the last team. Okay. Connor McDavid takes the Sabres to the playoffs. First series is against the Florida Panthers. We'll check out our stats. To zero because that's the playoffs. 83 points, so winning game. 31 goals is kind of low for him. Reinhardt, he did move down to the second line. Victor Olofsson, 30 goal season as well. Dylan Cousins did okay. Like to see Casey Middlestat moved up to the top line. He only got 12 points in 22 games. Check out the goalies. Linus Ullmark, 34 wins, 20 losses. Save percentage was good. Had 5 shutouts. Yeah, we'll definitely want to bring him back. See how we do in the postseason here against the Panthers, who were probably the top team in the Eastern Conference. So we'll sim the first two. We win the first game, and we lose the second game. So we get the split back home. We lose game 3, and we lose game 4 in overtime. So game 5 in Florida, we lose. So we lost in 5 games. We won the first game in 4 straight, kind of like the Flames did a few years ago against the Avalanche. 5 points in 5 games for McDavid. We definitely need some help for him. I'd like to get a speedy winger, superstar type winger to play with him. If David Pasternak was available, somebody like him. Well, New Jersey has 2 picks in the top 6. St. Louis wins the lottery, moving from 9-1. LA loses the lottery 1-4. We don't have a pick till probably 17 or 18. So we'll see who's available in that spot. Probably take Ratty. He's usually around in the 18 spot. I do Ratty right here. So I'll just check him off. So lead high, Zach Dean. We're not sure on the elite status. It could be top 6 high. Should still be okay. Take a look. I don't need to look at the retirements. Basically the same every time. Gaborik and Chara. Chara actually retires. He usually doesn't retire first season. Well, we'll see. And the Blues want to trade out of first pick. So since this is a Buffalo Sabres GM mode, we just trade Sam Reinhart now for that first pick? Because he didn't want to, he wanted an insane amount of money. Casey Middlestat is not the player we expect him to be. So why don't we move Casey Middlestat and maybe our first round pick? Well, we pick at 18th. We could get Ratty. Middlestat in the second. Doesn't get it done. We have 2 twos. 2 twos in case of Middlestat. Still no. Future second rounder. So 3 twos in case of Middlestat. Still no. All right. We're going to go for it here. Here we go. We get the first overall pick. We traded a fair bit to get it. 3 twos, 18th overall. Casey Middlestat, RFA. Technically, we could offer sheet Middlestat. We're not going to know This is kind of the guy we want to play with McDavid. 42 goals, 71 assists. Oh, I'm hoping that it's elite, high, or franchise. So we're gonna take him. Franchise medium. That is awesome. Okay. He can play with McDavid first, like right away. We're not gonna mess around with this guy. He's gonna play the top line, top forward. We're normally I would wait for a guy like that. We got elite medium two-way defenseman here, 4-year ETA. We're gonna go ahead and draft him. Top 60. That's okay. Sim to the next round here. Actually, sim to round 7 because we kind of dealt most of our picks here. We'll see if we can find a goalie. Sometimes, sometimes you can find some late gems. It's gotta be okay. 3-year ETA, so he's got some skills now. French starter, 66 overall. We have two seventh round picks because we got one from Calgary. We have a starter medium here, um, and an elite medium, two-way defenseman. Never bad to have multiple goalies. Both our goalie picks were French starter, which kind of sucks. So we're not gonna have multiple episodes of this. We're just gonna do it all in one video. Um, let's take a look at our head coach here. He's a B. I'm hoping that we're gonna let him go. Definitely need to improve our scouts. An E, yeah, we're not. I don't use the pro scouts, so I'll just let them go and get the money for them. So Connor McDavid, 83 points in his first year with Buffalo, was pretty good. Let's take a look at team here. I like to go by position. So Connor McDavid at the top, Sam Reinhart, Dylan Cousins moved up 3 overalls. Ergensons is where he's at. Cody Eakin for one more year. Riley Shahan is a UFA. We're gonna see. Yeah, he wants 8.7 for 8 years. We have the cap space to do that. Can we get a deal at all anywhere? 1 year, it just goes down a little bit. If we could do 8 years, 8.25, I can live with that. You remember Edmonton when they did the 8 years, 8.5 with Draisaitl? Everybody thought it was kind of crazy at the time. So we'll try that. If he doesn't accept that deal, then we will definitely um, yeah, we'll definitely just qualify him. My thinking is that Reinhardt will play a second line wing because he's a right winger or a center, and Dylan Cousins will play second line center. So these two guys are my second line. Gergensons can be my third line center. Godikin can be my fourth line center. Um, we'll take a look at the wingers here. Olafson will be our first line winger, depending on how free agency goes. We're not going to bring Patrick Marleau back or Drake Kajula. Uh, Not Lucic here. Tobias Reeder will be gone as well. He can come back and play two-way. Same with this guy. Give you a 3-year, two-way deal. 59, top 9. Just qualify this guy. So we'll check out their right wingers. Kyle Poso. It would be 4 more years at 2 million to just buy him out. So I'm gonna try to deal him. Jack Quinn, top 6 forward, medium. This is our first overall pick that we traded up for. We will sign him. So I was kind of looking to see if we would need one of these guys. We're gonna sign. Oh, man, I was kind of hoping for cheaper. 1 year, 1 million. He's not gonna accept that, but we'll see. We're gonna advance the day now. Sam Reinhart does not want to. I lowballed him a little bit. Riley Sheehan, same. CJ Smith doesn't want to sign either. Okay, so we'll qualify you. See if we can come up with something. 8 years, 8.5. I can live with. Try one more. Okay, so we've re-signed him. This is Draisaitl in the with Edmonton. I'm hoping that Reinhardt can turn into Draisaitl. Same draft class as Draisaitl. Sam Reinhart went second to Buffalo. And okay, so Shahan we couldn't get, so we're gonna sign Stephen Fogarty to play on the fourth line. Jason Dia, I've had him in the past on other franchise modes. This guy's a rookie. So we'll advance the day here. All these guys should come back. And Riley Sheehan, I was kind of hoping for fourth line. But now let's take a look at the D. Okay, so we got Dowling and Ristolainen, top 2. Miller and Yokiharu. I feel like these guys are more 5'6" D-men. So I'd like to sign 2 defense. At least 1. Michael Del Zotto. And we get you back cheap. That's actually not too bad. Um, Irwin, no. Davidson, no. I believe that's the guy we got in the trade. So we'll qualify these guys. Disqualify. Advanced day again. Michael Del Zotto resigns. Take a look at our goalies. Olmark is up to an 87. He did have a great year. Carter Hutton, he doesn't want an extension. We're just going to release him. Luukkonen will be our backup goalie. I'm thinking I'll sign Goche and let this guy go. Overall, it's pretty similar. Hopefully, Olmark doesn't want too much money. That's perfect right there. Can we get him under 5? 4 years at 4.8. Okay, he signs 4.8 for 87 overall, 27 years old is a good deal for us. Okay, so we got 12.6 million in cap space to spend in free agency. I'd like another top six forward and a defenseman. We'll kind of see who's available. H. Mink is the top coach available. So budget remaining is 3.2, so I can't afford him. Good Branson. We'll just offer him more so we can get our coach in. Hampa's also interested in him. Not sure why they would need a coach. All right. Um, Now let's take a look at free agents first. I'm gonna see if I can move Poso to get more cap space. Quinn Hughes is an RFA. Thomas Tatar, Taylor Hall only wants 7.8. This is, I know they just traded him, and it's kind of not realistic, but I would love to play Taylor Hall on the top line with McDavid and our new rookie, which actually I'm gonna change that to Gabriel Landeskog. Okay, so he want Detroit's interested too. I'm gonna give him 7 million over 5 years, maybe 4 years, not 5 years will do. Okay, that's, and then if we can bring in Dougie Hamilton to play. Okay, so we have 12.6 million. Already put 7 on Landeskog. That means we have 5.6 to play with. I'm gonna deal with Poso. So I'm gonna give you a 5 year deal for 9.75. So that means I need to get to 16.75. So yeah, I think if I just deal a Poso and don't bring any money back, um, if they both sign, I could also get rid of Lucic. I did bring him in so we could make some deals. Tampa wants him. They can fit him under the cap somehow. I don't even know how. An unsigned forward might have to sweeten the deal. We'll give you Toronto's seventh rounder. Didn't work. Sometimes you have to sweeten it. Give you a third. There we go. Okay, so we get him off the team. Lucic, I kind of brought in so we could make some moves without having to worry about it. See if we can just do a 1-for-1. Jacob Delarose makes minimum. Another deal here. We're going to have to sweeten. We don't have much picks next year, 4, 6, and 7. So I'd like to not borrow from those picks. Add in a fourth. Didn't work. I think if we do a third from 2024, this should work. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at our cap space now. We have 22 million in cap space, and we've offered 9.75 to Dougie Hamilton. So basically 10. So 17 million. So we still have 5 million that maybe we can get somebody else that can help us. Eric Stahl, possibly. David Krejci would be good. Yeah, I'm gonna. So I'm hoping. Okay, we got our coach, David Krejci. Um, doesn't sign with us. We paid him a little bit more than he wanted. He still didn't want to. Dougie Hamilton does come in, which was our big acquisition. I'm really hoping that we get our forward too. Good, and he signs as well. So the two guys that we wanted, we got. I'm gonna stop the sim and just look at our. You can't look at the lines from this point, but we can kind of just look at the team. McDavid, Landeskog, and Reinhardt is a natural first line, but I kind of want to get our franchise winger some playing time. Not sure what happened with my computer there. Sorry, guys. Um, Olafson, Cousin, and Cousins, and maybe our franchise winger, or we could have Reinhardt play on that second line. So our top six is going to be pretty good. Um, our centers, Gergensons can be our third line center. Our bottom six, it's going to be all right, but nothing great. Bork, York, and Thompson. Our defense, Hamilton and Dahlin, Ristolainen, and Miller. Actually, Yoki Haru will probably be there, and then Miller and Delzato can be our bottom pair. Goalies, Allmark and Yukonen. We do have some cap space. We could sign another backup goalie and have Yukonen be the starter in the A. Yeah, we have 7 million still, so still some decent players sitting here. Derek Stepan could be our David Krejci. Eric Stahl's here as well. Joe Thornton, Ryan Getzlaff, Derek Brassard. There's some pretty decent players here still. Ryan Dzingel to bring back. Take a look at goalies. Grubauer. We want to have a 1A, 1B combination. Yaroslav Halak would be a pretty decent backup. Mike Smith is here. Now we don't have to sign anybody, but I'd like to sign a third line center. 1 year deal. Ryan Getzlaff. We can give him a 1 year deal, but give him 5 million. And that's gonna be it. Um, he signs. He can definitely play on our third line and our power play. They're offering us Kukan third and a fifth for a second and fourth. Definitely say no to that. After 1 year, I believe this is definitely going to be a playoff team with our forwards and our goalie. Defense, we made a big swing bringing in Dougie Hamilton. So this is definitely going to be a good team. I could see us competing in year two. We'll see how well our first overall pick progresses. He's a franchise medium, so okay. So let's see what they think our line should be. We get a +3, which turns McDavid into a 99. Leighton they have on the fourth, so I'd like to move him up here. Getzlaff was always planned to be the second line center. Um, that's kind of how I saw that going. I think Cousins is a better centerman than Reinhardt. Now Leighton. See, he's franchise medium, but his shooting isn't there yet. So maybe, no, that didn't work. Okay, so this is how we're gonna play this. Looking for the best chemistry in the bottom six. Oh well. Okay, so this is how it's gonna play. McDavid, Landeskog, and Leighton, top line. Reinhardt, Cousins, and Olofsson. Very good line. So this 87 Cousins, 91 Reinhardt, and 90 Olofsson. Dahlin and Hamilton, and Ristolainen and Delzato. It's a +3, and then a -1 for these guys. So I don't want Ristolainen to not get the ice time, but it's hard to turn on a +3. There, if we do the +1, and then we get a 0 on this one. So let's go power play now. I'd like to have McDavid on the flank. Um, Sam Reinhart has a pretty good shot, so we'll put him on the left point, and we'll put our two righties on the secondary power play. We'll put Getzlaff on the top power play unit as a centerman. This will set up the one-timer to McDavid. We can kind of pass it around. Darlene can feed it to McDavid. McDavid can feed it to Getzlaff in the slot. Okay, so Kristen Thompson or Tage Thompson is a right-handed shot. Olofsson isn't a center, so we need to put Cousins there. And we'll flip these two guys. See if we can get our Duke Leighton here. Just so he can be part of the power play. Goalies is Allmark and Lukonen has progressed. I'm not sure if McDavid is the captain. He should be. He is. Sam Reinhart is an assistant, and Darlene is also an assistant. Nothing wrong with that. So season two. Let's see if we can do better. Okay, so I thought I turned this off. They want us to do a nine game trial. with Duke Layton. Um, we'll we'll agree with him here. So what we'll do is we'll sim the first 9 games of the season. We'll check out how he's doing. I'll leave those conversations on. Sometimes they can benefit you. Um, fourth, Coruscant, and a sixth for a third. Don't see the point of that trade. We get a fourth and a seventh. We trade a Peterka and a fourth. These are lame trades, in my opinion. Jack Quinn, a fifth, and Bird for 2/3. I feel like Jack Quinn is criminally underrated in his potential. Okay, so we gotta make sure we sim 9 games here, and we'll see how he does. I want to hold on to him for the year. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. So we sim here. Since there's no injuries and stuff, I'm guessing that he will play all the games. And we're not starting off great after I upsold us. We're 0-4. Can we get a win? We beat the Oilers. We beat the Knights. All right, here we go. 3 in a row. Okay, so we're almost back to 500. Check out the. He's our leading scorer. So guess what? Duke Layton, you're staying. 9 points for McDavid, 9 points for Duke Layton. Still 77. Sometimes. Okay, so I'm not sure how to do this where the coach isn't going to be mad at us. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn off the conversations. Most of the time, it doesn't really help us. I don't know why this stuff is very difficult. It's on medium. Damn, that was on hard. My bad. Ours only. We're all mediums off. There we go. Okay, so we'll sim to January 1st. And we started 0-4. Now we're 5-6. So doing better. First month 5-6. 5-6-1 now. A little bit better. Kind of still middle of the road. We're last place in the division. Everyone's playing well, I guess. 11-9-3. That's just saying if you have any qualified players, they can't play the season if you don't sign them. 12, 11, and 3, which I don't get because we have like a great top six and our goalie's good. Something Warner, Jamal Warner. This could be somebody we look at. These guys are still being scouted. I don't think they're scouting this guy. See see where we're at here. See how Buffalo's doing here. I actually can't even remember who won the Stanley Cup last year, so I don't think Edmonton made the playoffs either. Like we made it and lost in the first round. This is the what if franchise. I'm gonna do mostly hockey videos for this. 22, 14, and 3, so actually been doing better. Let's sim to the middle of February, and then we're gonna take a look at our contracts and see what we're gonna do. It's kind of the team I thought. Now we got a couple more losses in a row. Now, even though we're 5 games over 500, we're still like almost last in our division. It's a very competitive um, division that we're in. Everyone's playing pretty well. I'm just hoping that it's more clear what kind of team we're going to be, if we are going to be a playoff team or if we're going to be a seller at the deadline. Being in the middle, it's the worst. You don't know if you should make that deal to get that player. We can put you over the top. Yeah, we're fourth place now. We are 2 points out of second, so hopefully we can get some more wins here. Okay, so we'll sim to the Winnipeg game here, and then we'll take a look at the contracts. Hopefully, we can win a couple here. We beat the Canucks and the Kings. Beat the Kings too. Okay, so it's a crazy division race. Look here, 74 points. We have Canadians have 75. Maple Leafs are kind of running away with it. They're at 85. We have 2 games at hand on them. Metropolitan, it looks like there may be 5 teams in Atlantic that make the playoffs, where there's 6 teams fighting between 2 points. So it's actually quite crazy. Take a look and see our contracts here. Olofsson and Ristolainen are both UFAs. See what kind of cap space we have. 17 million to play with. Ristolainen wants to sign and at a pretty good deal. So we're gonna five times 5.5. It's $100,000 raise for him. Victor Olofsson is gonna want a ton of money, and we're not giving him that. So Victor Olofsson, even though we're in a playoff race here, you are going to be traded. Ryan Getzlaff, we don't need to extend him now. I'm hoping that we can trade Victor Olofsson for a first round pick and potentially a player that can slide in to play in his position. Um, Miller as well. We may be dealing you. Let's take a look at our Miller. We'll hold on to because he's not going to get us too much. Let's check out the value. See, he's got insane value. And his cap is small this year. So we can maybe Vancouver. Quinn Hughes is an RFA. If we could get Quinn Hughes for next year, we might have to offer a pick too. Like this is not going to help this year at all. They might accept it though. I thought they might. Okay. Vancouver definitely needs forward help. JT Miller is pretty high. If we get like Nils Hoglander and a first round pick, maybe next year's first, because that's pretty accurate. I was kind of hoping for a second as well. First and second Hoglander for Olofsson. And that worked really well for us. So next year's first. So depending on how Vancouver does next year, we're gonna have two ones next year. We get a second rounder this year. And we can slide Hoglander right into that second line winger spot, which isn't too bad at all. And we do get a +1. That's that worked out really well. So um, we got 30 points in 60 games for Duke Layton, who's after the hot start, 27 goals, 32 assists for McDavid. No, special teams is needing somebody. Not sure why. So we'll just put Del Zotto here. Oops. Sam Reinhart. We'll put Hoglander in this spot. All right. That worked out well because we couldn't. I wasn't going to sign him to $9 million. Like that's ridiculous. Anybody else? Cody Eakin needs a. These guys all want extend. We're not going to get anything for him. Lukonen is a RFA next year. He doesn't want much. We could give him a 2-year deal, 1.4. We're just going to advance. Ristolainen resigns. Pekkanen resigns. Perfect. We're going to join the. We're going to be a conservative buyer. If there's somebody here that can help us win now, we're going to do it. A rental, not. I don't want term. Thomas Hurdle. Moon Jenner. Moon Jenner would be good for the playoffs. I don't see anybody jumping off the page at me. David Krejci, who we wanted, and Getzlaff is. That's funny. That's kind of the guy that we wanted. His 1 year left, 9 million. PK Subban. What's his overall? 84. Still has a good slap shot. Still fast. For the playoffs, why not? Okay, so let's take a look at our D. Hamilton, Dahlin, Ristolainen, and Yogi Haru. Um, we include Colin Miller and maybe a draft pick because we're going to re-sign him anyways. That's the second round pick we got through the other trade. Trade our second next year and Miller for PK Subban, and it's a done deal. Great move for us. Proves our top 4D. Nico Hischier is on here. Gotta take a look at that. David Perron. He would be great for us in the bottom 6 row. Thinking Casey Middlestad here. Well, he's not a rookie anymore. Let's take a look. Is he available? I think we actually traded him already. Yeah, we dealt him when we moved up in the draft. Hmm. York did not move the needle at all. Peterka? No. Maybe Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn and Bjork for Duperon. There we go. Jack Quinn wasn't. I don't think he was going to be in our honor team in this video franchise. We're gonna maybe have some gameplay in this video. Pittsburgh gets Thomas Hurdle for first, Poulin and Kasperi Kapanen. Not too bad. Sam Reinhart's actually the leading goal scorer or point getter on our team. So we'll see him to the end here. Actually, you know, I don't think I put the new players in their lines, so let's do that first. We are now a buyer. Wow, that's changed a lot of things. Okay, so I like the way it was. So David Perron moves up to the second line. Cousins and Reinhardt. Getzlaff, Hoglander, and Tage Thompson here. Jurgensen, Stella Rose, Fogarty. It's kind of how I saw it going. We got PK as our opposite side one-timer guy, Ristolainen. There's 3 righties in the top 4. Darlene. You know, we go to power play. David Reinhardt. I'd like to have a lefty here, so let's put Landeskog over there. Actually, I wanted McDavid there. Landeskog here. Getzlaff here. Darlene here. PK Subban here. There we go. Allmark is still an 87. Save percentage is 9. Goals against 317. Luukkonen. Save percentage is a little bit better. Goals against is above 3 as well. So need to improve the goaltending. Kind of probably the reason we are not a juggernaut team yet. Like this is the what if franchise. There's different scenarios we're gonna do. The next one that I'm thinking of doing is what if Jerome McGinley was still on the Flames? We're going to import him onto the current team where he would be the top winger on the team with Monahan and Gaudreau on the wings. That's probably the next one we'll do. I'd like to keep these in one video if possible. Some people look at long videos and they kind of don't want to watch the whole thing. We are, well, we snuck into the playoffs. We actually, this overtime win is the reason we're in the playoffs. The Oilers also made it. That's insane. Look at this. 47, 28, and 7 missed the playoffs. 101 points. Tampa Bay Lightning missed the playoffs. And the Rangers make it with 91. 10 more points with the divisions. Atlantic was, they had 6 teams with 47 or more wins. Absolutely crazy. So Sabres are, we are the last team. So it looks like we'll be playing the Bruins in the first round. Um, we're gonna jump in game one here. We're gonna play game one. Um, I apologize if the if it's laggy and stuff. I'm still trying to work through some kinks. I'm hoping that it'll be good. If not, my suggestion is just to fast forward about 20 minutes of this video. I I don't really edit my videos. I just record them and put them on for fun. So here we go. I'll do a little bit of talking during these videos, but mostly have the so Philip Grubauer here with Boston. That's his career in the playoffs. So they must have signed him. Allmark 1-3-1. That just last year. This is only. So here's Connor McDavid, number 97 for the Sabres, the way it should have been. And that's a bad start. Wow. Boston is all over us to start this game. That that top line for Boston is quite good. Now, I'm hoping that we can so there's Duke Layton, our first overall pick. And we have Connor McDavid as our other first overall pick because that's how it would have worked out. Now we trying to set something up here. There's Landeskog. Oh, missed a hit. Here's Layton. Trying to see how fast he is. All right. Big save. Second line here. Dylan Cousins, David Perron, and Sam Reinhart. We made some good moves here. Glad we made the playoffs. Just gonna play this first game here. We'll see how it goes. Just made a couple of moves at the deadline, getting PK Subban. Probably won't resign him, depending on what he wants and stuff. But so our first penalty kill here. Here we go. So Jurgensen's is the top penalty killing centerman. Just fire it down here. Della Rose is a big hit. Not sure why PK Subban is out here, but that's all right. Oh, good poke check by Darlene. Big hit. Another big hit. Darlene. I'm a pretty good poke checker. Sometimes I end up tripping the guy, but most of the time I can get the puck. We're not really letting them set up too much here. I may have spoke too soon. There we go. Got 30 seconds left in the penalty kill here. And we'll fire McDavid's line out after the power play's over for Boston here. Oh, I thought I had a lefty over there. One timer. Nice shot. 5 seconds to go. Right. Getzlaff is also on the PK his later years. And we just took the computer player just took another penalty. So we're running into some penalty trouble here. Getzlaff can't win the face-off. Pasternak almost buried it. That was close. So we got our franchise winger here playing on the PK, which is good to see. Oh, giveaway. Bad play. Hopefully our goalie can come up strong. He does. Oh, toe drag. Big save. Big save, Allmark. Keeping us in it. Win the draw. See if we can get this down. Pasternak playing the point on the power play here. Here we go. Gergensons. Della Rose in the one timer. Can't bury it. Move my mouse so you guys can see better. There we go. Getzlaff wins the draw. We got to stay out of the box to have a chance in this game. Fires it out. Well, Kasha just picks it up in the backhand. We both go for the hit there. Set it up. Landeskog comes out of the box. Oh, there's nobody there. Connor McDavid hasn't played at all in this game due to the penalties. Oh, Yoki Haru, big hit. Reinhardt, Delzato. This coach needs to fire McDavid out here. And we got another power play. Unbelievable. No rebounds for Grubauer. Like we're doing okay. We gotta like lay off the penalties. Boston still is their number one power play unit out, which is exhausted right now. So we might be able to take advantage here. Duke Layton trying to get an opening. They're like coming at me so hard. PJ Subban, big shot, just missed the net. Here we go, Duke Layton. Like I said, his shot is not where I want it to be. Usually, when you draft franchise player, they already got 90 shots. Oh, he just missed the top corner. Brutal. Another power play tealed off. Oh, what a save. Try to stay out of the box now because Connor McDavid has not played at all in this period. And that's brutal. Bad rebound control. So we'll fire the top line out here for the last 40 seconds. McDavid loses the face-off. If we let in one more goal, we'll just we'll sim the rest of this game. McDavid does have some wheels. It's running out of time here. So next goal is extremely important. Um, 3 power plays for Boston in the first period. Definitely the reason we're in this position. Try to feed McDavid there on the streak. Couldn't get it to him. Here comes McDavid. Can he get open? Marchand's sticking with him here. Big save. Boston's definitely the top team. They're very hard to beat. Brandon Saad is keeping up with Darlene, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. McDavid is still out there. They're double shifting him. Well, Buffalo missed the playoffs 10 years in a row. And since I've taken them over with the what if franchise mode, we've made the playoffs as the last wildcard team 2 years in a row. David Perron, big save, Grubauer. Hopefully we can get a goal here. PK Subban with the shot from the point. I would definitely re-sign PK if he didn't want insane money. Kind of usually depends on the success of the team too. So there's Hoglander. It was a really good trade that we made. Paige Thompson brings it down the wing. Ristolainen, another big save by the Boston goalie. Yokiharu gets it out to Getzlaff. Here comes Hoglander. He got some wheels. There we go. Top corner. Nice goal. We get an assist by Grubauer here. Great play. We're back in it now. That's right, Ray Ferraro. Comeback is on. Definitely being more responsible in this period. Took too many penalties in the last period. Oh, here comes Gergensen. Can we get it over? No. Oh, nice poke check. David Perron. He's got the wheels. It's a delayed penalty. Finally, we get a power play. All right, here we go. Can we tie the game here on the power play? Just set some up here of PK and McDavid. They are covering McDavid pretty well here. Have to make a few more passes next time, maybe. Oh, we couldn't get the pass over. I'm lost my sound here. There we go. Here comes. Oh, Getzlaff with the rebound. Perfect. Tie game. 2-2. Fire the second line out here afterwards. Very nice. Very nice. Big hit. PK Subban with an assist there. Another bad rebound. Rebound control is becoming an issue for this goalie. Oh, I couldn't get it over to Cousins. Brutal. Should have taken to the net. Hopefully we can win this face off. Perfect. So we go into the third, tied 2-2. Pretty good performance so far. We are 1-for-1 on the power play. They are 0-for-3. That is the difference. Special teams is in our favor. Bergeron is kind of shutting down McDavid here in this game, which you'd kind of expect. Dougie Hamilton fires it on. Big save. Big face off here. McDavid wins it, but Marchand kind of steals it from our franchise rookie. Got lucky there on that save. Oh, couldn't sneak through here. Trying to sneak around him there. I'm hoping that Leighton gets faster. Bad. Another big rebound. Dougie Hamilton's basically been out for a 7-minute shift here in simulated time. Uh, Big shot by David Perron. Try, Tried to deflect that, but got too much of it. Dougie Hamilton takes the man. Goalie can't make a save. Allmark not having the greatest game. Rebound control's been off. And Hamilton was out for way too long. He's very tired. Here comes Getzlaff. Oh, passed over to Hoglander. He couldn't bury it. Nice try. Looking for his second goal of the game. PK Subban with another beauty shot. I like his release too. He could get it off fast. We're gonna fire McDavid out there. Uh, Hopefully have 2 shifts with him, maybe 3 with a timeout. Big hit by McDavid. Here comes PK. Yeah, nice pass. Gabriel Landeskog. So we'll throw the second line out now and have the number 1 guys rest up. PK Subban, another assist, having a good game. Definitely lean in for me to re-sign him. Trying to cover the slot here. Oh, looking for Allmark. Terrible, terrible goaltending this game for the Sabres. Fires it. Missed the net. The goaltender is definitely not helping our case here. We may be making a goaltending change for game 2 when we do the sim. Landeskog goes open. Oh, nice tip by McDavid. All right, so we're going to call timeout and pull the goalie here with the offensive zone face-off. Okay, that makes no sense. I put the top line out, and the third line is out now, so that's okay. McDavid is the extra attacker, so on we just iced it. Oh, man. And we can't do anything. Oh, and he just misses. Brutal. Well, Lehkonen played awful. 4 goals against him, 21 shots. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to see how the team played. Um, the game went not great with penalties in the first period, and then the second we were able to come back and tie it. Rebound control is atrocious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace him. We do have elite medium potential for Luukkonen. He's only 4 overall, less. Rebound control is an 87. Allmark is a 91, which is not true at all. Because so he has no concerns now, but he's about to when I tell him that he's just been benched. We'll see. We are the like 8th seed basically. So we lose 4-3. We'll sim to game 3 now. See if we can get the split here. And we win 5-2. So the goaltending change was good. We'll sim game 3 now. And we win again, 3-2. Great. Great job here. We lose 5-0 game 4, so the series is tied again. And Boston has home ice advantage back. Now we lose 6-2. So we're gonna sim quick. We'll sim this, and then you can kind of watch how it goes. I do 8 times in the first 2 periods, so it goes fast. We score McDavid on Grubauer, 1-0. Boston ties it. They have a power play. We killed it off. It's 1-1. First period here. It's like we're gonna be tied going into the second. Here we go again. Boston power play. They don't score. We have a power play. See if we can get it done. We don't. Still 1-1. Pretty close game with shots and everything. Another power play. Okay, so it's like we're gonna be tied going into the third period. So we're gonna change this to 4 times. So it goes a little bit slower. If it goes to overtime, I'll probably jump in. Boston scores. See if we can tie it. Come on, boys. Getting the shots. We're gonna jump in. I believe there's 4 minutes to go. Excuse me. Nope. Kind of lost track of what I was doing there. Linus Allmark is in the game, so I don't know what's going on. I changed, trying to keep him in his own end here. Down to the last minute here. We can't even get the puck, so oh, nice move. And of course, Oh, we can't get the puck through. Boston is killing us in that. Oh, big hit. Where's the penalty, ref? Head to the head. Brutal. It's the playoffs, I guess. There he goes. Oh, Page. Oh, and we can't. Oh my God. One last chance here. Get a rebound. He clears it to the corner. And we lose the series. Game 6 this time. So we get one more win. All right. So um, we're gonna. I was thinking about it, and we're gonna do this in 2 videos because it's just too long. Especially with the playoff games. So far in 2 seasons with Connor McDavid instead of Jack Eichel, the Sabres have made it to the playoffs both years and missed the and lost in game in 5 games and 6 games. Boston wins the cup. They were the number one team in the East. So we lost to the cup champs, if there's anything about that. Columbus wins the draft lottery. Calgary moves from 9 to 2. Very good for them. See the top picks this year. Tim Forsberg. Wonder if Peter Forsberg's son. You never know if he's a real player or not. Um, Jamal Warner, we were looking at here. He's also good. Flames will probably get this Marku Lajunen. No word on his potential. So we'll do the draft and free agency in this video, and then we'll cut it. We'll probably end up with Keegan Wanvig. He's comparable to Joe Sakic, so that's not a bad thing. Not gonna try to trade up to first overall every video. Just I saw a player that I wanted there, and it worked out for us. Teams teams head in the right direction. We made playoffs 2 years in a row, so we'll sim to our pick. Actually, we may have to trade up because I'd like that Wanvig player. Let's see. We're picking at 22. See if we can get up to 16. We may have to give up our fourth rounder here. Didn't work. 2 fourths and 22nd to move up. Doesn't work. Okay, so let's go with our second round pick. There we go. We're gonna take. I'll look at the other players available, but I'm thinking one big. Quinn Hughes is on the trade block. We also have Vickland here, elite medium D man. Actually, we might be leaning that way. One big. He was actually ranked 24th, so we didn't really have to trade up. Um, so Vickland, 2-way defenseman. He's only 1 year away, so we are going to take him here. Top 4D, 71 overall. That's good for where we picked him. Quinn Hughes is unhappy in Vancouver. Maybe we can make a trade. Um, it would cost a ton to offer sheet him, but we can maybe see what we can do on like a short-term contract. I'm just gonna sim this draft with these later picks, and we'll get into the contracts and free agency, and then we'll pick up part two of this franchise at the beginning of next season. Um, our AHL coaches are all expiring. We're gonna let the computer handle those. Um, you have some scouts that we need to resign. USA East. We have 1.3 million, so we'll probably sign some new ones too. That's all we're gonna do. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. Um, so we'll sort by position. McDavid, Reinhardt, Cousins. Cousins has moved up to an 86 overall. Getzlaff has regressed to an 83. I'm just doing this to see how much cap space we have. We have 17.1 million in cap space. We're not going to re-sign Getzlaff. We'll just roll with Gergensons as our third line center, and maybe sign Cody Eakin to be our fourth line center, which isn't too bad. Asplund, bring you back as a fourth line winger, possibly third line, depending on. In the AHL, he had a pretty good year, so he can play in our bottom six. Fogarty doesn't want to come back, so we'll just release him. Jason D might be a career minor leaguer, but we'll see. All right, so kind of signed our centers there. Um, we do have some rentals that we brought in that we may want to resign. David Perron was good for us in that game. He only wants three. We could get him for 1 year, or can we do 2 years? 3.2. Not too bad for him. Hoglander as our third line winger, and Jacob Delarose as our fourth line winger. Nothing wrong with that. We'll qualify these guys. Not gonna worry too much about it. And if they don't want to come back, then they don't have to. Paterka, prospect, final year, so we need to sign him. Duke Layton didn't progress the way I wanted him to. He did go up 4 overalls. Um, his shot is slowly getting better. It's in the mid 80s now. Speed's 89. I'm thinking he might be a second line player for us. Like he's a third line checking forward right now, and his potential is franchise, but he didn't progress the way I was hoping he would. So we have 2 wingers there, and we got 4, so 6 forwards there, and then we got 5, 6 NHLers here. So we have our forwards set, depending on what we want to sign. So Hamilton and Darling are both 90s. We're still in 87. Pete has regressed to an 83, but I really liked how he was playing. I do not want to give him that contract. I'll give you 2 years at 4.5 because I was pretty impressed with how he played. He was fast still. His shot was very good. Eakin resigns. Splint resigns. PK doesn't. He wants to win. So okay. So our rentals don't believe in our ability to win. So we may have to overpay for these guys. So I'll give Perron 1 year four. That'll bring him back. And PK, same. He wants 4 years. I don't want to give him 4 years. I'll give you 1 year, 5.25 or 5.3. We have the cap, so we can. Hey, Perron resigns. So does PK. So it's they don't want to win. They don't care about winning. They just want more money. I wanted to say that. So we got our top six D here. We'll qualify White Cloud. We'll qualify Morgan. Qualify Fitzgerald. We got a lot of prospect defensemen here. Sign. But hopefully they all resign. We got a lot of RFAs. We'll just qualify them all. I'll just offer you a contract because I hit the wrong button. Goalies. Allmark is regressing based on the playoff performance, probably. Luukkonen is our starter now. They're the same overall, but we may be looking to trade Allmark. Tokarski will resign. He can be our AHL goalie. We'll see what Allmark. Kind of expensive for a backup goalie, so these are our RFAs all accepting our qualifying offers. Let's see what kind of staff we can bring in. We have no European scouts, so we can definitely get a couple European scouts. I like to have two in every region. So we definitely need to hire more scouts. Yeah, we can have one in each Canadian Hockey League market, two in the other ones. All right, so let's see if we can find a trade for Linus Hallmark. Value's not there. We might be able to get a goalie prospect. See who wants them. Most teams that don't have cap. Pittsburgh wants them. So let's see. Laurent Brissois, and then maybe a draft pick. I don't know what it's projected. Second's pretty high, so we'll just go to the third. We may have to give them a pick back. They have two firsts in 2023, a 5, 6, and a 7. So if we give them a 5 and then maybe a 4 in a future draft to get that third rounder, there we go. So we've saved some money now. We should have a fair bit of money to play with. See who the top free agent is this year. Nazem Kadri as a $10 million player is laughable. Philip Forsberg is here. We could maybe bring him in on like a 1 year deal. He wants 7. I'm not giving him 7. Thomas Hurdle and Jenner. Card Rattel would be a good addition to our team. I'm leaning towards him. Let's check out his skills first. 27 goals last year. His faceoffs is horrible, so he's not a centerman for us. He's a winger. Like theoretically, he wouldn't be playing in our top 6 with the guys that we have now. So it's not really that much of an upgrade. It's just kind of spending money. Let's see which goalies we have available. Tuukka Rask is here. Shesterkin. I actually had him into my Seattle franchise, so don't want to do too much of the same stuff. Tuukka Rask. We want to bring him in for 1 year and have 89, depending on who's interested in him. Pittsburgh is interested. We just traded him our goalie. This would be an upgrade for us in goalie position. So we offered 9. That means we have 4.5 left. See what we can find. Bring Getzlav back. Ryan Strome. Jake DeBrusk. RFA, I'm guessing. Max Domi as a fourth line player. Sure. All right, so let's see if we can bring in Tuukka Rask and Max Domi after we made some trades and moves and stuff. And these are our scouts that we just tried to hire. Max Domi accepts our offer. Probably to be our third line center, maybe a wing. Probably center though. Tuukka Rask accepts as well. So he is our new number one goalie. 89 overall. And it's only a 1 year contract, so there's really no downside to that move. We'll have Luukkonen be our backup. Like, I was kind of thinking he could be our starter, but maybe a 1A, 1B situation. Um, so we'll cut this video now. We'll start the next video off with the next season, and we'll probably do two more seasons. Um, and we'll see if we can get past the first round and how McDavid has progressed as a Buffalo Sabre. So we'll check out the lines here before we quit on you. Duke Layton, his role is a third line checking forward right now, so we're gonna keep him in that role. He has franchise medium. Max Domi is this third line center with Thompson. Perron, Cousins, and Hoglander is the second line. Reinhart, McDavid, and Landeskog is the top line. Pretty good line. Darling and Hamilton, Ristolainen, and Delzato. I'm gonna definitely put PK up here. It changes the chemistry a little bit. Like you get a +3 by doing this, but I definitely want Subban to play on the top 4. We'll mess around with that a little bit more during the season. So thanks for watching. This is the first episode of the What If franchise. This is going to be different scenarios, like different things that could have happened or in a fantasy world. Um, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you'd like more content like this. And if you'd like to listen to our podcast, we do weekly podcasts on sports and other things. DK and the Hawk, please like and share and subscribe. Helps us out a lot. We'd like to get higher on the totem pole here on YouTube. So thanks again, and God bless.